Welcome everyone, my name is Mark DeJong, and in this video we will begin to explore the history of the bass in jazz. When we consider the role of the bass in early jazz, it's important to remember that bands in the late 1890s and early 1900s needed to be skilled in various musical styles, including marches, sentimental ballads, and danceable tunes in a ragtime style. In order to meet those demands of versatility, it was not uncommon for bass clef musicians to double on sousaphone or tuba and string bass, depending on the situation. The musical role was similar for both instruments. Think the oompa part of a John Philip Sousa march, for example. George Murphy Pops Foster was one such musician. He was born in 1892 into a musical family, and he moved to New Orleans by age 10, and was working professionally a mere 5 years later with the likes of Kid Ory, Jack Carey, and Joe King Oliver. He would eventually go on to record with other New Orleans pioneers like Mez Mesro, Sidney Bechet, and Louis Armstrong. Modern examples of bassists who double on tuba are rare today, but we happen to have one such musician in Calgary. Here to demonstrate the oompa sound on the tuba is Calgary bassist Jeremy Coates. Of course, not every bassist doubled on tuba. New Orleans bassist Bill Johnson is widely considered to be the father of upright bass in New Orleans. These early bassists functioned as the spark plugs in the rhythm sections that they played in, contributing the energy found in hot jazz bands. Upright bass playing started to become more common in the 1920s with the advent of electric microphones and recording. Because of this, basses could be heard more clearly, and the strident New Orleans slapping style gave way to a more subtle, even-sounding pizzicato method. One of the early masters in that period was the bassist for Duke Ellington's earliest recordings. His name was Wellman Braud. Braud was born in 1891 of Creole descendants just outside of New Orleans. He moved to the city in his early teens. First trained on violin and bass, he also taught himself trombone and was leading bands as early as 1910. He moved to Chicago in 1917, where he joined the original Creole orchestra at the Pekin Cafe. He then relocated to New York and began playing with Wilbur Sweatman before joining Ellington in 1927. Ellington took advantage of Braud's skills and wrote bass parts that utilized the harmonic importance and flexibility of the band's lowest voice. When you listen to Braud, you will hear a combination of melodic playing combined with plucking, slapping, and bowing sounds. Since Braud remained with Ellington until 1935, many of Ellington's earliest recordings feature this unique style, including Creole Love Call, Jungle Nights in Harlem, Mood Indigo, and East St. Louis Toodaloo. Here is Calgary bassist Jeremy Coates to demonstrate a blues in the style of Wellman Braud. Walter Page was born in Gallatin, Missouri in 1900 and demonstrated an early love for music as he was exposed to spirituals and folk songs through his mother. Soon he was playing bass drum and bass horn in the neighborhood brass band, and in high school, thanks to the suggestion of his director, Major Clark Smith, Page started playing the string bass. Page remembered hearing bassist Wellman Braud in a concert performance, and he is quoted as saying, "When Braud got a hold of that bass, he hit those tones like hammers and made them jump right out of the box." Page would go on to attend the University of Kansas, completing the 3-year music program in a single year, and soon he was working professionally all over Kansas City. He played regularly with Benny Moten's orchestra and toured with other bands, but soon took over by leading his own territory band called Walter Page and the Blue Devils. And he extracted key players from Moten's band in the process. Eventually, Page would actually go on to rejoin Benny Moten, which then itself morphed into the Count Basie Band. It was in this context that his steady, driving quarter notes, combined with his 4-beat, 2-bar cycle, that led to what was referred to as the All-American Rhythm Section, through his ability to fuse with Papa Joe Jones on drums, Freddie Green on guitar, and Count Basie on the piano. You can hear Page on the landmark Decca recordings with Basie, including Honeysuckle Rose, Pennies from Heaven, and 1 O'Clock Jump. I've again invited Calgary bassist Jeremy Coates to demonstrate Page's style on Pennies from Heaven